Polite Inquiries, India, England at the Chepauk, day 3. Rahul Sompura. Can Pant and Pujara be the new Sehwag and Dravid? That's not all. I've got one more on Pant and Pujara. This is from Hugh Lloyd. Is Pujara batting with Pant like Trump and the Dalai Lama running a country together?
That is harsh. I don't know who he's comparing to Trump. I presume Pant. I would find Pant a bit... I mean, he's both a joy and a bit frustrating. I think just by tailoring what he does a little bit, he could be scoring huge amount of runs. I don't know. I don't think he's in the same class as Sehwag at this stage. And to be honest, I don't think Pujara's quite as good as Dravid either.
That's a good reference, right? If you have to compare him to someone, if Sehwag comes to mind, Sehwag could get you 200, and Sehwag's not going to get you 200 just smashing it. So he's got to find that middle gear. Can he just not bat at gear 3? This is from Rishabh Benjamin. Is this the most underrated England team in history?
No, I don't think so. I mean, that one that won the Ashes in Australia in 86, 87 was famously described as not being able to bat, bowl or field. This one has won 5 tests in a row away, and it has won 4 series in a row. To win in Australia and India remains the real test of an England side, and this side, we'll know by this time next year.
This is from GD. There's another GD. This one's Dabral Gunjan. Where have the good test match leg spinners gone? Not the T20 ones like Chahal and Zampa. Given a flat pitch like this one, shouldn't a wrist spinner like Kuldeep or Rashid be the first name on the team sheet?
I heard a podcast, the 2 Hacks 1 Pro podcast with Mason Crane recently, and I thought he made a brilliant point. He said people aren't looking for leg spinners, they're looking for Shane Warne. But Shane Warne is so far above the basic level of test leg spinner that he's ruined it for everybody else.
Abhijato Sen Sarma. Another low score for Kohli. Oh, this is good. Another low score for Kohli, who hasn't hit a century in more than a year. Is he slowly transforming into Root while Root transforms into him?
So I think they have played... He has played 3.5 tests in the last year. Go on then, drop him. Go on. Find someone better than Virat. I mean, this is the sort of stuff that England will love to hear. He is a great batsman. He is an all-time great batsman. I'm not even sure this counts as a blip.
Sabah Sheikh. I'm straying away from the India-England test match, but was Kyle Mayers' performance the greatest ever by a debutant in test cricket?
Well, it's got to be. Look, I haven't seen it. I was just following on the scorecard. And for people who haven't seen, West Indies have been set nearly 400 to win in Bangladesh, and a debutant who averages 28 in first-class cricket has finished 210 not out, I think 7 sixes, and he's got them there with something like 15 balls to spare by 3 wickets.
Yep.
I mean, there have been some great debuts over the years, but to do that in Bangladesh, the last time I saw England play in Bangladesh, the last session I saw them play, they lost 10 wickets in a session. That was spectacular.
Richard Bannon. Why can't or won't Buttler ever play like Pant?
Oh, that's a question. Well, I mean, who knows whether he won't?
He can, surely. I think he's a better
I don't know. I mean, Pant has a very, very high ceiling as a test player, as a test batsman in particular. Maybe he's not as good. I mean, I think Buttler's a great one-day player. I'm not sure he is a great test. Well, I don't think he's a great test player. I wouldn't have picked Buttler, remember? Pant might be really, really special as a batsman. There's a huge amount of ability there.
Couple and Dom Bess now. Megnath. Is Dom Bess the luckiest spinner to play test cricket ever? Mark Ridley with one on Dom Bess as well. Does anyone have a contact number for Bess? I could do with knowing next week's lottery numbers. Why are we attributing Bess's success today on day 3 to luck, George?
If Dom Bess scratched his face this evening, he'd probably win a car. He's doing his best, and actually I thought he bowled really well to Virat. I thought that spell was super, but he is racking up some remarkable dismissals. I'm not sure that he bowled better than Leach today. And the figures suggest that's nonsense, don't they?
Grant Smith. Is the Bob Dylan amongst the Wisdens on George Dobell's shelf rather pretentious?
Oh, he's obviously not read many of my pieces, because I use Bob for most of my best lines. No, look, I moved my normal books, my colouring books, because I wanted to try and look a bit cleverer, and all I have is cricket and Bob Dylan.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.